biggest fear that everyone asks about is I'd be afraid of popping that thing. And guess what? I got a hole. It didn't pop. I fished on it for a whole season without even fixing it. But now it's time to fix it. In less than 5 minutes in this video, we'll show you how to do the 5-minute repair of the Hobie Itrek 11 or any inflatable kayak. It's really easy and really not that big of a deal. So real quick, what caused me to pop this kayak? So when you use the Hobie Itrek, I think there's always a fear of busting it or tearing it up. That the material is actually much more durable than I think people realize. No problems hitting rocks, hitting wood. Really, it's just going to be the really sharp objects. And for me, and I think for most people with inflatable kayaks, it's actually fish fins. So I caught a little Jimmy of a smallmouth standing up, tried to take him off the hook. He shook off the hook, fell on the kayak, and put a tiny little micro hole. You can see here that, it's barely bubbling out. I leave my kayak inflated, and it takes about a week before even noticing that a lot of air had left the kayak. For this quick and easy project, you're going to need acetone or rubbing alcohol, a rag, a heat gun or a hair dryer. You're going to need scissors, a patch kit. The first thing you're going to do is clean your surface really well. I use acetone. It comes in handy for inflatable kayak projects. So just kind of give it a good wipe down in the whole general area. You're going to apply the patch, but in between the patch. So I had a really small area, and the patch was going to need to overlap on top of the drop stitch as well as the seam there. So I just used a medicine bottle to trace out a little circle just to make it look nice. They recommend about an inch on each side of the hole, so I made it about an inch diameter, about a medicine bottle size. So what you'll do is you'll actually heat up both surfaces. So you'll heat up the kayak in the spot with either a hair dryer or a heat gun on low. You don't want to go crazy with it, but just warm it up a little bit, and then warm up your the piece of patch you're going to put on as well. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take the glue from your kit. This is kind of like the H66 glue that we've used here in other projects for the inflatable on the channel. You'll put glue on both sides, and you really want to smear this around. So I was kind of trying to get the whole general area. I honestly think for a hole this small, the glue alone probably could have patched it, but we went ahead and did the overkill and put the PVC patch on it as well. So I spread that all around. I made sure to get the edges. Was worried about the edges peeling up on the patch, so I made sure to apply the glue evenly across all the edges, and then really stick that thing down. So I cut it out and then really just stick it on the spot. Once the glue is set, and this starts to get a little bit tacky, it happens really quickly. Maybe within a minute or so, it starts getting tacky, starts to dry, and then that's where you want to put the patch on. And you really just want to push that down. I held it down for probably a good, minute or two, pushing down the patch, and then just set some weight on it. There's not, where my hole was, there's not really a good place to clamp something down. I think clamping the patch would be better, but this is going to dry just
All right, I let that glue cure for 24 hours. It's time to go fishing. Well, maybe not yet, but you can check out rigging up the Itrek in this video right here.